When you find a man like Joel, a man that can dream, a man that can be ambitious, and ambition is you knowing that I deserve better, and then you go ahead and give it to yourself. I think I've talked about ambition for so long, and I think the greatest thing I hate on earth is a person without ambition. And for those of you that are single and you want to get married, you're looking for a man, oh my God, ambition is more sexy than six packs. For some, if someone does not have ambition, then that's a dead end. I don't know what you're taking. And by the way, even if it's a woman that lacks ambition is a woman that is going to pull you back, that is going to drag you back. Even if she has the beauty that I don't know looks how you usually say, ambition, dense and daft, and they have decided to stay in that kind of capacity, then you are taking nothing. Yeah, you're just dragging yourself along. So, Joel.
Yes, please.
You buy yourself the items and then you start practicing together with the chef. And what kind of, because you said they told you disturb them. So what else did you disturb apart from the omelette? What else were you learning?
Actually, I became so involving almost in each and every activities that I saw them doing in the kitchen.
So you didn't just come to clean, because, I mean, you're being paid to be a cleaner. You should have come cleaned and then you looked on while everyone else was doing their own job. For you, you got involved, you went an extra mile to involve yourself, even in the work that you were not paid for, but you really felt you need to involve yourself to learn.
Actually, I had a driving force behind me, and I had a lot of thoughts going on. The reason why I had to go extra miles, going beyond what I was really required of, like, for example, cleaning, I can give 2 reasons. The first one, I had to think about what else can I really do in life? Can I really take positive opportunities if they come my way? Because in the first place, my boss told me, if you don't mind, you can learn. Meaning my boss also is seeing something better that can really come out of me.
Yes.
Not just merely remaining a cleaner.
So you felt like your boss believed in you, believed in the future, a better future for you, by giving you the opportunity to learn.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah,
which is important. When you believe in yourself, sometimes you're like, what do I have to do? I have to believe in myself. But if someone cites a certain trait in you and says, I can see you working with them, learn a little bit more, then you're like, okay, maybe I should push myself. Then maybe someone else has seen something positive about me. So you feel like that really pushed you ahead. Okay, yeah. Okay. What else? You say there were 2?
The second thing, I thought about the fact that if I am to leave that very job that I was doing at that particular moment and go looking out for another job, of course, in this current situation of ours in this country, they will either ask me, okay, I'm sure of one thing, they will ask me for academic credentials, of which I don't have.
Yeah.
So the fact that I was given the opportunity, I had to take it, because I knew one thing, that if I am to learn certain things, I think with time, you easily learn when something is more practical.
Yes, when it's being done.
Yeah, when it's being done. So I saw that as one of the easiest ways to get
a skill, to get knowledge.
So I had to take that opportunity.
The opportunity to do extra. And one thing I hear from you when you say this is, for anyone to be able to make it to the next level of their life, they have to be deliberate thinkers. Like, you just didn't bump into these things. You wake up one day in the morning and you're learning to cook, but you sat down and thought, what kind of thoughts did you have when, because as a young man, you go back to your bed to sleep, whatever, whether you were sleeping on the floor, whether you were sleeping on an actual bed, because for anyone starting up, things are usually hard. So the thoughts, when someone, as a young man, you would have thought, I get my salary from cleaning money. I go, have you seen those guys that smear themselves Vaseline properly with sandals that have been cleaned so well, and then they stand on the corner of the house and whistle at the girls that are coming? And then a girl comes and then they give them, some money. Their hard-earned money from cleaning. Before you know it, that girl is pregnant. Before you know it, the Jama has children, but cannot even feed himself, does not have a house. So I'm only wondering that as a young man, you chose a different path, and that is because you sat down and thought that wherever I will go in life, they're going to ask for credentials. I don't have them. Which class did you stop?
Form 4.
Form 4, and you're speaking this, good English, because when you say they're going to ask for credentials, I don't have them. Now, the best thing is, let me have a skill, because a skill is undeniable. Exactly. If I tell you I know how to cook, you will tell me, let me give you ingredients, cook a meal for me, and that is the interview. Yeah. So that I can eat. If it's good, I'm like, hey, you're hired. So many chefs have been hired like that. Exactly. So that means a skill is actually even better than a credential, because someone can have certificates and degrees and PhDs, but when they are not productive. Exactly. But a skill is something that is very practical, something that you do, and something that you learned because you really wanted. You didn't even pay money for it, apart from buying few things that you used to buy to do it. So aren't you proud of yourself?
Of course,
you are.
I am.
I can see the smile. I can see the smile. So, still on the learning journey, apart from the omelette, what else have you learned to do?
I've learned things to do with grilling.
Okay.
Yeah. Like grilling, you can talk about chicken, you can talk about beef, you can talk about goat.
Okay.
Yeah, I've learned about that. And the next thing, from the marination processes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know the terms already.
Of course, I have the people around me who are really ready to help, because in our restaurant we have 2 senior chefs.
Okay.
And they are all willing and ready to help.
And do you know why they are willing and ready to help? It's because you make good relationships with people. Because that's another point. When we tell people that you can be anything that you want in life, so you're not going to learn from trees and monkeys. We are going to learn from human beings. So that means from greeting them, from knowing their names, from working together with them and working well with them. So that means there are people ready to help you because you are working well with them, not because you're not disrespecting them.
I believe in one thing, and that is humanity. It hurts me when I see so many people out there. At times, in most cases, they are complaining. I'm not in a position to do this. I think I can't do this. I can't offer this. But in life, I know each and everyone on earth has something to offer. The first thing that you have to do is to just believe. And maybe you might not be in position to offer someone money, but you can offer friendship. Yeah. You can really kindness. Yeah. You can show people respect. This thing really pays at the end of the day. People don't really know, but it really does pay
a lot.
It's all about being patient and making sure that you're doing the right thing. So with me as a Joel, I believe in creating harmony. And
that Joel, you speak a lot of big words, harmony, where do you get these things from? Joel, it seems like you even have a bigger dream than just being a chef.
Of course, as I told you previously, I really wanted to be a teacher. Why? The idea of transferring knowledge onto another person.
Yeah.
That sense,
you still have it in you.
Really gave me a very clear picture of the kind of world that I really want.
And you are here,
'Cause if
passing
someone,
on knowledge.
imagine someone sitting out there listening to you, and you're trying to expand
And expound.
and knowledge on of course that is really one thing that I've always dreamed of. So,
And you're doing it right now.
oh, thank you. though not the way I
No, you will do it at a bigger capacity, definitely, and maybe not to teach math and science and physics, but it's very possible that when you go, if your passion is really in cooking, it's very possible that one day you're going to have what are they, culinary schools? Yeah, you will have, what's that, culinary what? Guys, that English, no, let's just leave it aside. But okay, a chef, school of chefs somewhere. That will also be teaching, but teaching at another level, a higher level.
Yeah, that is what I've been up
That's
to.
that's what you desire in life.
Because one thing that I had to choose a different way to go after realizing that maybe let me not think about
Let me not get stuck.
the failure of not becoming a teacher.
Yeah.
But at least I can have something else that I can with time build passion
And
for.
of which you didn't know what it was.
Because you know the best way to give a positive output is to normally love what you're doing. So you cannot love something if you don't really feel, if you don't have the passion for. But
for it.
Yeah, you can develop the passion for. So one thing I can say out clearly is that I am developing that passion, that extreme passion for what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're really passionate about being a chef.
Yeah.
So right now you're a junior chef.
Of course.
Are you still cleaning?
Yeah.
You still do your own things, and you're still going on getting the knowledge that you need to get.
Yeah, and I'm doing that as well because we are not really many. So
yes,
you have to go extra mile, as I told you.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't.
But the thing is, it's going to pay off, because sometimes after some people learn a bit of a skill, they want to abandon what they have been doing. And different workplaces, definitely, maybe they will not have a budget to hire another cleaner, and maybe you're doing these things, and just like you said, you are not so many, to give a lot of money going around. So that means you take baby steps as you grow in your passion. You don't, the patience that you talked about, that things don't happen overnight. That, oh, because I learned to do an omelette, now I am Chef Joel. Refer me to me as Chef Joel, please. That don't give me a bucket anymore, and don't give me, all those things. So I love the fact that you actually taking this step by step. I love the fact that you're not skipping any step, because some people, get in way in there. The moment they know, I can also cook what you cook, then they become something different. So what keeps you going in life as a person? What gives you hope to keep going?
The fact that I am dependent. There's people who are also dependent on me.
Okay.
So whenever I think
you have siblings?
Whenever I think about my mom, because when my dad left me with my mom, of course my mom is now a widow. Whenever I think about her, I feel myself being pushed beyond bars that at least I have to go for the highest. So whenever I think about her, I feel like as long as I'm still alive, I'll make sure I do each and everything at my own disposal, such that I can really take good care of her. It might not really be so,
but anything, at least it's better than nothing. For as long as she's there, and every money that she gets, I know, maybe she prays and says, God give him more patience, God give him more wisdom. And that's a beautiful thing to hear, from a son, that you're thinking about your mother, and she's your biggest driving force.
Exactly.
Your siblings go to, are they here in town? Are they back home?
And they're in the village.
They're in the village.
Yeah.
Okay. But from time to time, at least you call them, you check on them.
Of course.
They know you're fine, you know they're
That
fine.
is what I really love doing, especially talking to my mom regularly. I really feel so good whenever I talk to my mom. Yeah.
What kind of words does she tell you that really give you the drive to keep going? I know mothers, they can advise at any slight moment.
My mom told me one day, I remember she told me one thing. She said, I am not sure of all the things that you can achieve in life, but as long as you can afford little things that can really make you happy in life, please follow that. As long as you are doing it the right way. The next thing she told me, even if about 99 people are doing the wrong things and they're happy with it, you can still go the antisocial way by following a different direction but doing the right thing. So my aim and objective each and every day is to do the right thing.
Even if you're doing it alone.
Even if I'm doing it alone, I don't mind.
You would rather
as long as I know that I'm doing the right thing with the right people. It's all about having people with the right mindset. Yeah.
Okay. And what do you do in your free time?
About free time, as I told you, I really wanted to be a teacher with the aim of maybe teaching a part of the heart. So in my free time, I normally do writings.
Okay. Writings about?
Because I want to be a novelist.
Okay.
So in my
what do you want to write about? Love?
I think I'll talk about I will generalize it. So I'm really talking. So far, I think I have about 2 books that I'm writing.
Joel, you have 2 books.
Yeah.
What are they about?
There's this one called The Sorrow of the World. Particularly in that book, I'm writing about my own story.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, right from my grassroots up to the position that I've reached right now.
Okay.
There's another one called Desperateness. Of course, that one I'm talking about the general situation that I'm seeing in the world, how people have lost hope, how people are going the wrong way. Yeah.
So where did you get the urge to write? Did you see anyone writing and you said I'm also going to write? What compelled you to write?
Back then in the days, I used to love stories and I used to read a lot of storybooks.
Okay.
So whenever I took a given storybook, after reading, even if I read about 2 pages and I'm able to learn something, or it is able to put a smile on my face, I really fell in love.
You felt that's good.
Yeah, I was like, wow. So besides...
So in your free time, you go back to your room and write?
Yeah, in my free time, I go back to...
In a black book?
Of course, I have a timetable, my personal timetable of how I should be running myself during the course of the week. Because I have to make sure that I write books. I have to make sure that I read books because I have also novels in my room.
Where do you get them from?
From friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're a friendly person. You make friends.
Yeah, I have people who can really hand them over to me.
Okay. So you have a timetable for reading. You have a timetable for writing. You have a timetable for work.
For work. Then I have a timetable for meditation.
Joel, you have a timetable for what?
I have a timetable for meditation as well.
When do you meditate?
I normally do it on Saturday, like tomorrow.
In the morning?
In the evening after work.
After work?
I have to sit down and meditate.
In your room?
Yeah.
Just sit down and quietly meditate?
Yeah. And then
where did you learn meditation from? Yeah, but
it's
Joel,
all about
you're out of this world.
Creating friendship with people.
Okay, so you learned it from someone.
Yeah.
So you sit down and meditate. What does the meditation help you with?
Relaxing your mind.
Okay.
You might have had a bad day during at the workplace, or maybe the entire week hasn't work it out well for you.
Okay.
So I normally take out that time as a healing time for me.
Just to be
Where I
quiet.
put myself into the mood, and I am like, it has happened and nothing. We can't change tomorrow, but if we check, if we learn from yesterday's mistakes, I think we can really change something in the
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
you have a timetable for meditation.
then I also have a timetable for doing my cardiovascular exercises, like doing the road work.
Cardiovascular exercises.
Yeah.
Joel, you will kill me with laughter.
Making sure that I'm
Oh Lord. Okay. So you do road work and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Making sure that I'm giving life to my
your heart.
Yeah.
Okay.
The respiratory system. Yeah.
Okay. To the respiratory system.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, timetable.
I think that's done.
And prayer.
Prayer normally on Sunday.
Okay. You go to church and pray.
Yeah.
That is also on the timetable.
Yeah. But it is obvious, like on Sunday you have to go and pray. So I've not included that in the timetable because it's obvious. You must go and pray.
Okay.
Then in the evening, of course, I really love football. So if at all,
that is also cardiovascular.
But not really involving myself into it physical, as in playing, but watching.
Just watching.
Yeah.
Okay. What is that called now? Because you have big words.
No. Of course, it is
spectacular. Okay, so you go and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, if my friends are available, we go out there and we watch football.
So that means you do the right thing at the right time.
Yeah.
Because there's so many people who do the wrong things at the wrong time. Like they don't have any priorities, because if you have a timetable, that means you know that this time I must be doing this. If I'm supposed to be meditating, again, a friend is not going to call me and then all of a sudden I'm going to give them time. So the reason as why so many people fall short in their success journey is they lack focus, because I feel like all these things that you're actually mentioning are things that are giving you focus, are giving you a sense of concentration, are giving you are feeding yourself when it comes to reading, you're feeding your mind, and you'll be a great teacher, because then you will be outputting the things that you've consumed. They'll be the ones that you're talking about. You're learning skills, you're clearly developing and growing in your career, even when it's a career that you just bumped into. It's not a career that you intended, but you're growing steadily into it, and you're making strides. What advice would you give to a young man out there, 20 years, 21, 22?
The only thing I can really say out to the young people out there, of course I'm still young, so whatever I'm going to say to the young people out there, of course I'm saying it out to myself as well, is to have hope. Because actually there's a book I read, and somewhere it was written that hope should be the last thing that we should lose in life.
Yeah.
But then to me, I feel like hope should not be the last thing that we should lose.
We should never lose it.
We should never lose hope. So it's all about having hope. And I know we have dreams in life. We want to really we want to make it in life.
Yeah.
But then I know it is not a guarantee. It is not a must that someone should really make it in life. But we should really learn the idea of appreciating the little things that we can really get our hands into. And there's one thing that I've seen, that nowadays so many people are really missing out on the basic objective of God
life.
really giving us life. Example, there are so many people who are trying it so each and every day, trying to live in the future, and they are really missing out on the present.
Today, yeah.
We should not really be missing steps in life. Let's go a bit by bit, appreciating each and everything that life gives us, being prayerful, and having respect
for people.
Exactly.
Wow, that's Joel for you. I think I can spend the whole day speaking to Joel because he seems to have so many good insights and so many things that he's dreaming about for himself, and the things that he thinks, or his worldview is also different. But you clearly see a successful young man, one that has put his mind on the prize and he's not willing to lose it for anything, but he's willing to do it the right way. He's willing to do it with God, and he's willing to work hand in hand with people, respectfully, being loyal, being friendly, and being able to work and get as much from people, because there is no way you're just going to grab and go. With people, you create a relationship, you get what you need to get, and you still respect that relationship even after getting it. So from us to you is a good night. We love you, and we hope that you've been able to pick so much from this conversation and apply it in your own life. I know for sure that Joel has challenged me as a person, and I know that if you're really truthful, you have been challenged to go back and make certain things right in your life. So we learn from all sorts of people, and we learn from wherever. The world is full of lessons. Let's learn and let's grow.